What's up, guys? Some guy who cooks here with a low-tech episode. Well, not really low-tech, but a low production quality episode because I'm just using my phone.
It's Some Guy Who Cooks, starring Brett Picorni. Featuring Brett Picorni. Guest stars on the show include Sal, Peppy, and the lovely Paula. Today's episode brought to you by Brett Picorni. Got a big old brisket here. The flat part is going to be used to smoke. The point, I'm going to braise to make some braised shredded beef for burritos.
Guys, you're not going to see me do all these steps while I'm doing them because I've only got the one hand while I'm working the phone camera. All right, so right here we've got our flat, and over here we've got our point, which I'm chopping up into pieces because you know what? It's going to make it a lot easier to fit that into our Instapot. A lot of intramuscular fat in this brisket, so I trimmed a lot off of the outside. Probably thinking, what the heck, Brett, why trim off the fat? That's flavor. Because there's so much of it. Really, there's so much of it. Yeah! Now while that other one's going, the point in the pot, this guy we're gonna slather in mustard. Quarter some onions, peel some garlic. Whoa, that's a lot of garlic, Brett. Plus a couple poblanos, heated and broken into pieces. Also want some chipotle peppers and some ginger. Use a spoon to peel the ginger. Once you got it all in there, wash it down with a bit of red wine. Pro tip. Don't be a dummy head like me and chop your peppers and stuff without wearing gloves. Blew my nose and my nostrils are burning. Pressure cooking for about a half hour, maybe longer. Just gonna have to gauge it once it's done. Looking pretty good, but I needed to add some seasoning, and we're also going to need to cook it a little bit longer. I added salt, pepper, some cinnamon, some cumin, and it is tender enough to eat right now, but not pull apart tender, so we're gonna wanna put it in that pressure cooking for a little bit longer. And this right here is where it starts getting fun and delicious. We wanna trim off as much of that extra fat as we can so that we can get some nice, good lean beef, and everything that is melted can stay in there and just add all that flavor. And might I say, oh, it's pretty darn good. Isn't it beautiful? And now what we have here is a nice slurry of garlic and onions and peppers and all that was in the pot with that meat. We're just gonna kind of mash it on up and mix it with the beef and a little bit of these juices. And boy, don't it look good. But I'm telling you now. Taste way better than it looks. And it looks great. That is some braised brisket. And that is gonna make some excellent burritos. But hey, we gotta move on to the flat stuff now. Now we need Bruce Lee's favorite drink, water. Inside of which we will place some hickory. And yes, I did change because today is a new day. Yeah, I did do the smoking and the braising on different days, guys. For our baste, we've got 3 types of honey. One of those, the darker stuff, being a fermented garlic honey, plus apple cider vinegar and rye whiskey. The way I start my flames is by getting the charcoal lit using a heat gun. After that, I go ahead and add some soaked wood. This hardwood is a combination of oak and hickory. And burning like this, you want it to smoke, so if it ever comes up to flames, go ahead and just take a little drizzle of water right onto it. Not too much to put it out. You just don't want those flames roaring up like that. Another thing I like to add for a little bit of flavor is a cigar or some loose tobacco. Let's close that back up now, okay? Now this chimney here helps you regulate the temperature, actually. When you you keep it closed like this, it's going to let a lot more smoke stay in there. It's also going to lower that temperature because the oxygen isn't quite getting to the flames on this side of the smoker. Open it up, a lot more smoke will pop out like that, but that'll also help the heat come through and get the whole thing a little hotter. Just taking a look inside here. Oh yeah. Sorry I didn't get you a look sooner at this bad boy, but doesn't that look beautiful? This is our brisket. Hasn't been going for too long. I'm gonna flip it soon so we can get this fatty side caramelized, but for a while I wanted to cook with that fat just kind of dripping down. I've also got some New York strips on here smoking with another bit of seasoning. I do apologize because I got so excited about getting this meat on the grill that I completely forgot to show you the rub. See, I also have a rub here. Nice combination of seasoning. It's got some black pepper, it's got some salt, some accent, brown sugar, chili pepper, or chili powder rather. We've got some mustard seed and some ground mustard. And then there's a little bit of cinnamon, some cayenne, and a dash or two of ginger as well. Lots of good stuff in that rub, and it makes a heck of a brisket. Now, after I pulled it out of the fridge, it was coated in that mustard, you remember, and that mustard got a little thicker after sitting in the fridge overnight, and really caked on that seasoning, let it stay real well. So it should stick around and taste real good. And you know what? There are a few other steps I forgot to show you, like the meat actually smoking on the, well, wait, did I show you? I don't remember. I've been smoking it all day, and here the beautiful meat is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, here's the deal. Once it's done smoking, which I just smoked it as long as I could tonight, once you're done, you want to wrap it good and tight in some foil. Any of those juices, let them stay in there, and then put it in a nice chest, okay? You want to do that while it rests. And now it comes the fun part. The part that I don't know anyone else who does this, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show it to you. It's going to be awesome. And take a look at that. Juicy, tender brisket. But hold on, it's not done yet. Nay. Next up, we're gonna sous vide cook it. Yeah, buddy. Filling this sous vide cooker tub thing up. Gonna be cooking it at 132 for a whole day. Okay, so I lied. Not one day, but 2 days. And here we go. Oh yeah. Now off. Just take a look at this brisket. It's all juicy and stuff, and I guarantee you it's super tender. You know what? I gotta stop talking. I gotta start cutting it open. You can see all the juices already in there. Oh. Look at that. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh yeah. Now getting in closer, you still see a little bit of a remnant of that smoke ring, but it's kind of disappeared a little bit, and that's because the sous vide has really made everything mingle a bunch, but it's still there. Now for the real test. That right there is love. I hardly even have to chew it. It's super tender. The smoke flavor is just all throughout all the meat. It's savory and delicious. And I'll take a little taste of the fat too here. Oh yeah. A little bit of the sweetness kicks into that from the brown sugar, and just a touch of the cinnamon. All those flavors really combine just so perfectly. This is wonderful. Now, I'd say I wish you guys were here to try this with me, but let's be real. When it comes to brisket, I'm pretty selfish. Some guy who eats, cooks, no, in this case, eats, out. Oh, goodness. No barbecue sauce necessary, guys. Hey, cameras. Yeah, where'd it go? There's cameras around here.